Yes, hopefully you can all hear us. We are live. It is the Three Pointers TV with
Mm.
myself, the T's, and the Mighty Marts. Big up Dubs wherever you may be tonight. Big up Salim. Yeah, we're just going straight
Mm.
in. Salim is a Liverpool fan.
Big,
Obviously, you know,
big
T's
one.
myself. I'm an Arsenal fan. Mighty Marts, Arsenal fan. You know, we do the fan cams and all of that stuff. Don't forget to click the like button. Leave any comments if you're watching right now. If you're a silent watcher, just leave a little message and we'll read them out. Um, Comments, push the subscribe button. We're at about 845, 846. We've got a TikTok going on now. So I've just posted a recent post of being at the game Arsenal versus Brighton. We won two goals to nil. I posted the Jesus' goal from a Saka corner kick. That was brilliant. Listen, man, we're doing our thing. This is the talk show live tonight, Friday night. It is the eve of a massive game that is going to be taking place tomorrow at Anfield. I was going to say the mighty Anfield. I don't know why. I don't want to say mighty
It
Anfield,
is.
but
Listen, let's be honest. It is the fucking mighty Anfield. Anfield is an iconic fucking like
it
church of
is.
football. And let's be honest, like it's a one place I would love to go to, and I haven't been there, but I've only witnessed it on TV. But there's a reason why Liverpool win a lot of games there, and the atmosphere there is fucking. It's mate. It's out of this world.
I tell you what, yeah, Martin, you saying that. Let's get into it straight away. I'm gonna play something that hopefully if I can Salim,
Yeah.
just tell us how you're feeling. Actually, hold on, I've got it now.
Go on.
Got it now. Here we go.
Goal, let us say, but if you thought in the first half a little bit when the boys played really exceptional, I was not overly happy. I have to say, with the atmosphere behind me. I don't know. I asked people, what do we want? So we changed a lot of things. We dominate West Ham like crazy. We miss chances. And if I would be in the stand, I would be on my toes, about 1,000%. And I don't know if the Man United game was that bad that we have to say, oh, sorry that we didn't smash them. We need Anfield on Saturday. Without Anfield, I would say after they didn't play this week, just to make sure I know. Sorry, they didn't play. They prepare for this game, and who knows a little bit about them, they will be prepared. So we need Anfield on their toes from the first second. Without me having an argument with the opposition coach, whatever, we need you from the first second. So if you really want, if it's too much football in December, I don't know. Sorry, we have to play it as well. But if you are not in the right shape, give your ticket to somebody else.
Can you believe that shit? Now listen, so before you two, I'm gonna stop talking and let you two battle it out. But listen, let me just say this, man. I just love the way Klopp has rallied up the Liverpool fans, and that is possibly gonna make it very difficult for Arsenal to get a result. Do you agree with me, Marty?
Right. Do you know what? I love the whole everything he said up until the point where he said, if you're not up for it, give your ticket to someone else. Because from what I know about football fans personally, I love his passion. I really admire it. And I don't think he needs to say that because for me, like I was saying, Anfield, they're always up for it. Let's be honest, against West Ham, they fucking smashed them anyway. So, it's West Ham Carabao Cup, like getting up for it. It's not Champions League on a Wednesday night, and it's not Arsenal. They're going to be up for it. That personally, I'd be a bit when he said that. Oh, give your ticket to someone else. It's a bit. I completely get what he's saying, but that would piss me off a little bit. I'd be like, playing Arsenal is a completely Arsenal in the Premier League when Arsenal are top, Liverpool are second, third. Is Anfield what they're not going to get up for it? Of course you don't. I don't think you need to say that, and I think that could be slightly backfired. I don't know. I might be wrong.
Right, Marty, Salim. Now I need to hear you. On based on what Marty's opinion on that, what he just said. Would you agree?
I don't think they will. Do you know what?
Would you agree with it being a bit like, give it
no,
up?
I know it's
Take it to someone else.
No, I know it's coming from. He's talking about the people behind the dugout, and I've sat there, right? And I'm not being horrible, right? But those seats here. Since they've redone the main stand, yeah, it's not the proper. I don't know, diehard fans. It's your doctors, lawyers
He's not. No, but Salim, look, he's not talking about the dugout.
No. What it is. Listen,
you mentioned that specifically. What Party just said, we're talking about Arsenal versus Liverpool. He said we need the Liverpool.
He's clever.
He's not saying we need the Liverpool dugout. He's saying we need the fans.
He's being clever because those fans behind there. I've sat there on 6-7 occasions, and do you know what? I always said, do you know what? Love the seats. I'm sitting behind the dugout. I can touch the player. I can shake the players' hands. But I've sat there, right? I've stood there singing in Walk Alone, right? And I'm telling you right now, when they play in Walk Alone, on at least 5 occasions I've sat there, right? I'm the only one singing in Walk Alone with fucking passion. There was just a muttering and sputtering and murmuring, yeah. In my, I'm thinking, fucking hell, guys, raise the scarves up and sing. Do you know what I mean? For me, I think the other day, what happened was against Man United, people got a bit carried away. Yeah, Man United shit. Yeah, they're playing awful. They're not the best. And that day, I think a lot of people expected Liverpool to win 4 or 5-0. Now, that game, I knew it's a derby. And in football, anything can happen, right? And I think the fans just got pissed off and frustrated. I think frustration crept in a lot against Man United. Because honestly, a lot of people turned down thinking, oh yeah, we're going to win 4-0. Yeah, 4-1, 5-1. And as the game went on 0-0, I could feel the frustration. You could hear the frustration setting in. Whereas I posted it on the group, I'd take a 1-0 win all day long. You know what I mean? So I just think the fans got carried away with Man United being shit and expect us to win 4 or 5-0. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing.
Yeah, but well, I mean,
if that I'll give you an example. If that was Man City on Sunday and it's 0-0, it was 0-0 for a long, long time, the crowd wouldn't be like that. They'd be still edging and pushing. I mean, yeah, instead of showing the frustration. Do you know what I mean, sort of thing. And I think Klopp's like, come on, guys, this is Man United. This is not it's not your Sheffield United or your whatever. I mean, we can't always win 4 or 5-0. You can't always play amazing football. Do you know what I mean?
But then, just quickly, sorry to interject, is that they're not contempt and sort of, expectations? Because the reality of the situation, this is one thing I will say about Man U. Like you just said, they've been shit. Maybe last season, yeah, and obviously you smashed them. I think last season 7-0 or something like that at your gaff. Now, for me personally, and this is what I'll say about Man U this season, I don't think they've been shit. The only difference between the Man U this season and the Man U of that won like trebles is the results have just been 1 goal either side the wrong way. Like if you look at the Copenhagen game or you look at I think the Bayern Munich game, there's 1 goal in it. Now the 4-3s where they lost, it was before it would have been 4-3 to United, right? Yeah. United are all out attack. That's their ethos, and we'll just score more than we concede. Now they're just in a place where they're conceding slightly more than they're scoring, but they're scoring goals and they're a good outfit, and they've got world-class players. I think for me there's the Johnny Evans, Harry Maguire situation, obviously the Onana. I mean, we were interested in Onana at some point, but he's a bit calamitous and he's a bit, I think, over aggressive in ways and not as calm and collected as a goalkeeper. And I think that's a problem for them. But they are, results wise, if you look at all their results this season, they're not getting smashed. They're just there's a goal the wrong way. They're still scoring the goals. And I think there is a problem with Ten Hag. I think, You know, Ajax is a different club to Man U. Man U's one of the best clubs and the biggest clubs in the world. That's the truth. Now you've got a manager like Ten Hag in there, and he's just, for me, not quite cutting it. Anyone that brings Johnny Evans back and thinks that's a good idea. Listen, I'm not saying he's not a good defender, but he's not elite.
No.
I mean, is he as good as Virgil van Dijk? Is he as good as William Saliba? Is he as good as Gabriel Magalhaes? Is he as good as no? The answer is no. Is he as good as John Stones? Is he? No, not at all. He's Johnny Evans. He knows the club and he understands, and he was there through that period of time. But those decisions, like he couldn't handle Ronaldo. Alex Ferguson could, and obviously following up Alex Ferguson is always going to be a hard task. I get that, but the point of it is he got rid of Ronaldo because Ronaldo wiped the floor with him, absolutely mugged him right off. They've got a load of players, that Anthony, Garnacho, that aren't really performing how they should be. You know, Rashford, he's not performing as, you know, you've got problems with Casemiro, with behavioural problems, i.e. on the pitch, getting sent off too many times for my liking. And, you know, Onana, I think that was a bad buy. He's a weak link at the back. Harry Maguire, he's at the centre of all their fucking problems, and I think he will be. You know, and that's not to cane him. I just don't think he's the guy that's gonna do what needs to be done.
No, fair point. I just think, look, regarding what Klopp came over and said, it's also a compliment towards Arsenal as well, because he knows Arsenal are a force. Do you know what I mean? And listen, it's a compliment to Arsenal. You got to take it as well, because he knows.
Do you know what? 100% with that, 100%, and that's exactly how I take that. Klopp making that point of that. He's saying, listen, Arsenal are coming to town on Saturday, and for the last few years, they ain't won it. But this is a different Arsenal. And if we ain't on our game, this lot are going to get the win here, which they haven't for fucking years, because they can beat anyone. Like, they are that good. And that's what he's saying. And I completely take that compliment. And, you know, like Arteta's train fail, I remember in that All or Nothing documentary where, you know, Arteta's playing the Anfield, you know, he's playing Liverpool songs in the background while they're training for a reason, because Anfield's one of the toughest places in world football to go. And it always, you know, Champions League night, it's fucking, you know, it's a tough place. That's Klopp giving Arsenal respect and saying, listen, if we play like we did against West Ham, we might smash West Ham in the Carabao Cup, but we could come unstuck against this lot because they are that good.
No, I agree. It's a compliment. It's a compliment to Arsenal. Klopp only used that card regarding calling the Anfield faithful to turn up on certain occasions. He used it a few times against Man City. He's used it against Barcelona, Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the compliment. If you're using that card against Real Madrid, Barcelona, you know, Arsenal, you're putting Arsenal in that same bracket. That says it all. And do you know what? Like, we are doing a lot of different things this season in the way that we beat Man City for the first time in 15 games. I think Klopp sees that. We're changing a lot of things, which, you know, we've come into the Champions League, albeit people say, "Oh, so we absolutely took PSV apart," and Lons fucking smashed the granny out of them. We made them look like a bunch of mugs, you know. Like, and Sevilla said similar thing. That's Champions League football. There's no team in that competition that's fucking shit. That's the truth. Like, it's Champions League for a reason. They're all in there for a fucking reason. And you know that, you know. You look at, I genuinely believe Arsenal on their day, they can take anyone. For me, last season, we went to Anfield, we went 2-0 up, and Arteta made a massive mistake. You had Jorginho on the bench, and he left him there. When you're 2-0 up at Anfield, you bring fucking Jorginho on, because he will kill that game off, and you will keep that 2-0 lead. That's where we lost that game last season. And then people say, oh, Ramsdale made he made some good saves at the end, but also... there was situations where he could be negligible for, you know, what happened with the goals. And, you know, Thomas Partey, also we're going there, Declan Rice, we're going there with a different team this season. And, you know, our results have been, you know, I remember years that we go to Anfield and get absolutely fucking smashed 5-0, 5-1s and all that, get embarrassed. You know, like there's been some great games over the years, Arsenal, you know, Liverpool Arsenal at Anfield. And I think we're getting closer and closer. And this season, if we're going to do it, we go to, you know, Anfield tomorrow and we get a result, 2-1, 1-0, 3-1, whatever, get a result, get a win, get the 3 points. I think that is going to send a huge message to the league about Arsenal's credentials and what they're about and the changes we've made. You know, and this is where the situations and the changes we've made with the goalkeeping situation, we've got some injuries. We've got, you know, Thomas Partey missing. We've got, but, you know, this is where, for me, this goalkeeper situation with the David Raya, Ramsdale, this is where the proof in the pudding, this is where this will really be tested. 100%. You know, how we play, how we set up our football and the nerves and the confidence that we have. You know, if we go 2-0 up and we fucking lose it again, that's, you know, because that's what happened last season. We were in complete control of that game. 2-0 up, cruising, and we fucking threw it away. We did it against West Ham. We did it against we got just demolished by Brighton. There's like last year 5 games why we lost the title. Because we capitulated. We you know, we'd go 2-0 up. It was a training ground sit, and then bang, you know, and it's that. Or can we put them to bed? You know, that's where the game's interesting. We can go to Anfield and we can score and we can do it. It's the level of nerve and the bottle that we've got to see it through and, you know, deliver the job fully instead of, you know, getting the goals and then being worried. And, you know, and that's where you've got to use your bench and your world-class players that have been in these situations and, you know, and not get drawn into the atmosphere and the crowd, because like you guys said, that's what I take from what Klopp's saying is that's what they've got, you know.
Yeah. Listen, Salim, I'm just reading up on this. It says Arsenal haven't had much joy at Anfield in recent years, winning none of their 11 trips since Klopp took over back in 2015. And it says there have been a few thrashings in that time too, like Marty just mentioned, with the Reds winning 4-0 twice and 5-1 on another occasion. Saturday represents Liverpool's biggest test at home so far this season.
Absolutely.
But you would have to go as far back as 20. Can you remember the last time Arsenal actually won, Marty, at Anfield?
I don't remember the last one, but I definitely remember 88, 89. I really remember that. That was fucking. That moment right there was what solidified my love for football. That's the truth. It really did. It really did. Listen, Anfield. We've never gone to Anfield, and you don't go to Anfield and fucking wipe the floor in Liverpool. It's a theatre. It's a church. It's an iconic life. You know, it's an iconic world place, like, you know, landmark in the world. Anfield is. You don't go there and take the piss out of Liverpool because the community they have, how it's, you know, set up. And this is a place I haven't been to, but I understand enough to see how it, you know, how it is and why they win games there. And, you know, I really admire and respect that. So to think anyone's think you're going to go there and dominate them, you know, I think it's unrealistic.
It's what Gary Neville said in Ferguson before. Gary Neville said when Liverpool was shit, when Man now dominate with Arsenal and Chelsea, wherever. Gary Neville said it. That didn't matter when Liverpool were. It's the most horrible place to play football.
Yeah. Because like what Klopp's also sort of saying, when you're at Anfield, you know, they will throw things at you. You will get bottles thrown at you. You will get spat at you. You will get, you know, all sorts of things said to you as a player, and that's part of it. That's gamesmanship. That is, you know, that is, you know, it happens at all levels of football, on, off the pitch, and it's gamesmanship, and especially in these situations where it's Premier League football, there's a lot of money at stake, and you know, there's titles and there's history and there's heritage at stake, and yeah. I can only imagine going there as a player, what it's like. But that is what the top professional teams do, and will close it out. Now, if you're a player and you get too engaged emotionally, like I hate to say it, someone like a Ramsdale, and listen to something, get too carried away, then you're going to fall on your ass in a place like that, because when it comes on top, it's going to come on top. And there's no bigger place in the world that it will happen more than Anfield. So this is going to be a complete huge test of the players like your Declan Rices, your William Salibas, your David Rayas, your Gabriel Jesus's, Martin Odegaard's, where is their mettle at? And Mikel Arteta, how fired up are they for this situation? The 5:30 kickoffs for me personally, they worked last year, but this season we don't seem to be performing. It's the earlier kickoffs. We seem to be performing better in. But this definitely will, how tight it is at the top, I think personally, there's only really two teams in it to win it this year for me, and those are Arsenal and Liverpool.
Yeah,
they're the only two. I don't think Man City, that Club World Cup, they've won that. They've done that 4-0. They're off the back of a treble, but they're not, for me personally, the Premier League team that they were. Liverpool have kind of slid in there. Liverpool perform. They've got the players, and they are, they're a world-class outfit. They know what they're doing, and they're there or thereabouts. I can't see City winning it again. I just can't.
No.
I just can't. No. And I think Liverpool are a lot better than City this season. I just do. That's my Liverpool for me are the team. Now we get the result there tomorrow, then the title's on.
Yeah, well, there you go, Salim. I mean, what do you think? How do you think it's gonna go?
Well, I'm going to the game tomorrow, so looking forward to it. And this, go back to the fact of Anfield is like, we'll call it, even when Liverpool was shit and Maynard was so dominant and Arsenal dominant under Wenger, Vieira's, Henry's era, then Mourinho's Chelsea. Whenever it came to Anfield, I was always confident of Liverpool producing a performance. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, let's be honest, Liverpool have only been good, strong in the last 6 years since Klopp come. But before that, we was the average. Let's be honest, we was a cup team. Let's be honest. We won the odd FA Cup, the odd League Cup, the Champions League, the UEFA Cup here and there. But the league, we was finishing fourth, third, fifth. But whenever the great Man United team came, the great Arsenal team came, the great Chelsea team came under Mourinho, playing at Anfield, I was never nervous. I was never scared, because I knew what Anfield was all about. As Bill Shankly once said famously, it's a coliseum. You know what I mean? Yeah. And look, tomorrow, who's your favourite? Who's the favourite tomorrow? I mean, is Arsenal favourites?
No, if I'm honest with you, I think Liverpool are the favourites. Arsenal haven't won there in 11 games, and like exactly what you're saying, I think this is what people completely, where it says, when I look at the fixtures, I look at Arsenal Tottenham, because it's Arsenal Tottenham and it's just one of them. But Liverpool away is always Man U away, and for me, Arsenal, Man U and Liverpool are the three of the biggest clubs in world football, and they always will be. They always have been. You cannot deny Liverpool's heritage, and Liverpool are one of the biggest clubs in the world. They have, their history. They've always been there at the top. They've won everything. They, even when they finished third, fourth, or that season when they finished eighth, going to Anfield is not like, oh yeah, let's go to Anfield and like, oh, it's going to be a great fucking laugh. It's always, you're always in for a struggle. Even when those seasons, them Champions League nights are like legendary nights. And don't forget, how this, it's a club that's just steeped in, world football. Always has been, always will be. And I hold them with, in high regard, with huge respect, because they've always been there and they've always done it. And, they've won everything. Well, you can't say anything more than that. I love football stadiums. I love what they've done with Anfield. They're redeveloping it. The stands, they're making it bigger. That was probably one of my biggest. We moved from Highbury to the Emirates. Okay, the Emirates not only now starting to feel like our stadium, but if we could have done to Highbury what they have done to Anfield, wow, that's. I don't think we would have gone through that slump that we've been through. I really don't. it's so important. Like I think if Liverpool moved to a different stadium instead of redeveloping, I think it would.
It's a killer.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's people, European teams like remember like Barcelona, and they were so like Liverpool were like 4-0 down to Barcelona, 3-4-0 down to Barcelona.
3-0 down,
they pulled 3-0 down. They pulled it back like that cheeky Trent Alexander goal where the corner. Like that's what Liverpool were about at Anfield. Like that's the gig.
Yeah. I mean, tomorrow's game. Jesus, what do I say?
Well, it says Liverpool versus Arsenal is historically the highest scoring fixture of the Premier League era. 184 goals coming between the sides since 1992.
Wow.
184 goals.
That's fucking mad.
Probably Liverpool scored about 100 of them.
That's fucking mad, that is. Fucking hell, 184 goals.
Yeah, 184 goals.
Wow. That also showed that both teams play football the right way. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, exciting. It is really
pass and move, pressing with intensity. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think to be fair, last season, I mean, what was it? A draw in the end?
2-2, yeah.
2-2. Brilliant game.
Brilliant game to watch football. It was a brilliant game, but again, the truth of that situation, that's basically for me where we lost the title. That and West Ham, we were 2-0 up, and we went 2-0 up pretty quickly. I think it was by 25 minutes we were 2-0 up.
Silenced Anfield. We silenced.
And what happened when you were 2-0 up in that situation, and you had Jorginho sitting on the fucking bench, and that's I think naivety through Arteta.
He came on and shored it up.
Fucking bring him on, mate, because you're not going to go 3-4, 5-6-0. It's not going to happen at Anfield. You go 2-0 up, you've got to bring Jorginho on, and then it's all then play the game out, game management, and that's the naivety that we had, and it happened at West Ham. It was,
do you think? Sorry to cut you, Mike. Do you think Arteta might have learned from that mistake? Maybe he should have, shored it up, brought on a Jorginho to sort of park the bus a little bit, sort of play the counter attack at Anfield.
Yeah, listen, I would definitely like to think so, because that's why he's brought in David Raya. For me, there was a couple of goals which, don't get me wrong, at the end everyone was like, Ramsdale made saves, but then the goals that went in, Ramsdale could have done something about them. And I believe that David Raya, like we went to Everton and we played a different game against City, we played a different game. And I think that's what in these games, that's what David Raya brings to the situation. Also, don't forget, we've got Declan Rice. Declan Rice is a player that in these situations where your back's to the wall and you need to defend a lead, he gives it his all. Like the last game against Brighton, he was ill, he was playing, and if you look at him, when I'm at the Emirates, every single game, this is what I love about Declan Rice, every single fucking game, he looks like he's about to die. Like at the end of the game, he's fucked. He literally looks like he's had a heart attack. He leaves it all on the pitch. Now that's what it's about. Now, going to Anfield and having a player like that, you've got a chance. Also, having a goalkeeper that ain't gonna, I don't eat my words, that ain't gonna make mistakes or cause you problems. We ain't got a Thomas Partey out there that's in a situation,
We didn't have Saliba, right? I don't think we had Saliba.
No, we didn't have Saliba. Now, William Saliba as well, reminds me of Virgil van Dijk a few years ago, that central defender that nutmegs players in his own penalty area, does Cruyff turns, and he's just so calm and collected on the ball. Now, that will bring, some level of assurance. I think was it Rob Holding or we went as well. So it's a different setup that we're going with. And for me, Martin Odegaard, I hope he's found some form. We're going there hitting some form, and I'd like to see. You look at our front three: Jesus, Saka, and Martinelli. There's not any team you wouldn't put them three in. Realistically, they are that good, and the team we've got, if we can't do it with this team, I don't know when are we going to do it, And it's definitely going to be an interesting game for sure. How it pans out, that's what makes Premier League football so entertaining is these situations where you're like, right, this, and you can debate this, but until the ball is kicked off, and the match is being played, you don't know what's going to happen, and it does for sure. It ain't going to be a boring game.
No,
there's going to be, and also don't forget we've got this situation with VAR, going on. That's the thing, if anything, that worries me. We've had 2 last-minute goals disallowed, or 2 goals disallowed, or a goal against us which was allowed, which shouldn't have been, and we've had a last-minute winner against who was it that should have stood with Havertz with who was it, Villa, that goal. So Matty Cash handles it, and so does Havertz. So what is it? This VAR situation, the refereeing for me is very inconsistent this year. I've seen some really bad decisions. If I'm honest with you, last year, a lot of decisions went our way. This year, the decisions haven't gone our way. And some of the VAR things when you're actually watching, like, how do you give that? Like, what sane person does that? It's, and that is a problem, against Villa. If there's still that. We went to Newcastle, we went to Villa, we got roughed up, and the refereeing was against us completely. Now, if Liverpool come out and set to us like that, there's going to be a problem. I think Villa, who was it? The elbow. I don't know how he doesn't get sent off for that. All of these things that are clearly reviewed on VAR, and they're not, like against Newcastle, the Bruno Guimaraes, the elbow there, how he doesn't go, how Havertz doesn't go for that challenge. That's the problem for me in Premier League football at the moment, the inconsistency with the referee and how they don't have some level of, what it is, and consistency, because those results have cost us basically probably another 4 points, which would mean we'd be clear at the moment. But then also in hindsight, if we were 4 points clear, we could be going to Anfield and be in a situation like last time when we went to Anfield. I think we were 4, 5 points clear or 6 points clear, and we buckled. So weighing all that stuff up, I think maybe going to Anfield, we know we can go to Anfield tomorrow, and if we win that game, we're putting distance. I don't think Villa have got the legs to win the Premier League. No way. I mean, they've got a good team, and Emery's done an amazing job. Good, fair play to it, but they certainly ain't got the legs to win it. They haven't.
So, Salim.
Yeah.
Tell us about Endo. Why did Klopp sign him?
That question I can't even answer, to be honest. But to be fair to the lad, the first few games I thought, what's he all about?
He's made 12 appearances, scored 1 goal.
Yeah,
he's 30 years old. He's
more
5'10". Defensive
midfield.
But
you know what? I think he just put. I think it wasn't a desperate move. I think the Caicedo deal, the way it happened, the way it collapsed, that obviously hurt the club and hurt Klopp. And the next best available option was this Endo geezer. And to be fair, the first few games, I was thinking...
Did you hear that, Marty? He's Endo geezer.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I was thinking... what the fuck is guy all bad? But do you know what? His last 6-7 appearances, his work rate. I love his work rate. The thing, and as Marty makes a point about Liverpool crowd and Anfield, if the locals see you putting a shift in, and as you say, like what Declan Rice, leaving your heart on the pitch and giving your heart on the pitch and rolling your sleeves out there, they love you for that. Yeah, I mean, do you remember Lucas Leiva? Lucas Leiva used to get so much stick, yeah, because he wasn't a Gerrard, he wasn't an Alonso, he wasn't a even I don't know, Urba, yeah. But towards the end of his career, that boy, that guy gained so much respect and love because in the end, the true faithful, they saw and they recognized how much he gave and how much effort he gave. Do you know what I mean? So Endo reminds me of Lucas Leiva. He's just a workaholic. No skills, nothing like wow, he's wow. Just works
See, for
hard.
me, you speak about Casido. For me, Casido is never going to be your guy anyway.
No.
Like I don't see how he fits in at Liverpool any way, shape, or form. For me, he was always going to be Chelsea. Right, there was talk of us getting him. He's Chelsea's guy because he reminds me of Kante, Makaleli, but unfortunately for them, he ain't. And it's not worked out. I remember watching him for Brighton. And he was playing that role, and then their right back went, and then they put him into right back, and he was fucking unreal. But I just don't think he's definitely not a Liverpool. He wouldn't fit in Man U, Liverpool, Arsenal. Fits in at Chelsea, but to essentially play that role, but he's not playing that role because I just don't. He's not up to it. I think he's on an 8-year contract as well. I think these, which is fucking madness. It's insane. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, we again back to end up on Andrew. Listen, his work rate in the last few games. I tell you what, hats off to the boy Endo. I mean, he's that for me at the moment is good now because like I said, he's not your wow X factor player, but his work rate and he's off the ball tracking and winning the ball back and win the odd aerial duels and the duels on the pitches. I think he's done well. The one person I don't get and who starts is Curtis Jones. I don't have time for Curtis Jones. I really don't. When Curtis Jones plays for Liverpool, I thought, fucking hell. You know what I mean? Seriously.
I think Jones is right though. You think Marty, Curtis Jones?
I'll tell you a Liverpool player, funnily enough, that I think Harvey Elliott, right? And I was in Ibiza in the summer, and he was sat next to and I saw him, and he, for me, is a fucking player that will just come out of nowhere and fucking change a game. He's a serious operator. Like he's that good. You've got players like Darwin Núñez, right? Darwin Núñez, like he got we were in for him as well, and he's really finding his feet. He's a deadly finisher. He came and there was some sort of question marks. He was a bit sort of slow starting. I think he got sent off in his first game or something like that. And
Newcastle.
But he is, for me with Liverpool, the maddest thing which I cannot wrap my head around is when you sold Mane to Munich for 30 million quid. Now, he, because that's when Trent Alexander's game went out the window and Salah's game went out the window because he was that link up between Salah and Trent Alexander, and he brought something different to that team. You sold him for 30 million quid. Let's have it right. It's a fucking shitload of money, but in today's modern football game, it's not for a player of that caliber. That player's obviously surely got to be worth 60, 70 million because he is that good. And it was like a link that Liverpool built this team like with Van Dijk, Alisson, Mane, Salah, all these pieces in place, and they got rid of Mane because for somebody who didn't want to be there or something for that. And I was like, and it changed. Liverpool suffered massively, and it was something I could never sort of quite work out. And since then, they haven't quite, because when Mane was there, they were fucking. I mean, that's when they won the league. They were fucking different levels. And since then, it's like trying to put these players in. Which, listen, don't get me wrong, Liverpool, they're grinding out results. They're what, second at the moment, or second or third? They're there. They're a dangerous threat. That transfer was a transfer that I couldn't work out.
Regarding that, the Mane situation, I mean, look, Firmino has come out of a book. Mane and Salah, first of all, never got on. Secondly, when Salah got his huge wage increase to become Liverpool's highest player in history, I think Salah's on 350 grand a week. Mane at the time was on 150. Liverpool couldn't say. I think Liverpool offered Mane 220, And Salah, well, Mane said, well, if Salah's getting 350 and I'm getting 220, it's not on. Do you know what I mean? So I think that was the reason. That was one of the reasons why Mane said, Joe, I'm going to move on because Liverpool couldn't afford to give.
For me, okay, so sorry to interject, but for me, is that not bad management in a way that, let's be honest, like, oh, he's on 200, I'm on 220 grand a week and he's on 350 grand a week. Like, that's where you need someone to turn around and be like, listen, mate, you're on life-changing money, full stop. What the fuck are you going on about? Like, sort yourself out. You're playing it. And then to sell, so a player that you're selling for 30 million, so, for example, we bought Declan Rice for 105 million. So you'd, for a player that's 105 million, you'd automatically imagine that they're on a 300 grand a week contract. A player that you buy for 50 million, you would imagine that they're on probably 150, 200 grand a week, right? So if you sell a player for 30 million, you would imagine they're going for 90 grand a week. But then he's got a problem with, oh, he's on this and all that, which I get, you know. So then that comes down to the management of settling that, which I think Arteta has got that very right. He stripped out all your Aubameyangs, your Lacazettes, on those people on silly money that were entitled to it, as it were. And okay, then obviously we pay that money, but I don't see those sorts of arguments going on, as it were. But I think it was Martinelli was only on 100 grand a week until fucking recently, and there's a few Saliba. I think it's Saliba as well. Was on 70 grand a week until we gave him and when you're talking about that level of money, listen, 100 grand or 200 grand a week, like, it's a lot of fucking money. Like, it's a lot of money. It's a lot. You know, like, okay, I think Ramsdale, I think Raya's on like 30, 40, 50 grand a week, and Ramsdale's on like 140 or so, something like that. So why is it? You want players that okay, it's about, you know, if about money, but you want players that be like, I want to be the best, I want to play.
So, Salim, tell us about the Greek left back.
Oh, Tsimikas. We call him the Greek Scouser.
What do you call him? Greek Scouser.
Yeah, because
he's going to be coming up against Saka. Yeah,
I mean, look, it's a big. I think Saka's won that battle. Listen, if Saka turns up tomorrow, then Tsimikas has got one hell of a shift to put in. You know what I mean?
He's signed a new deal. In September, he signed a new deal.
Yeah, listen, Tsimikas again. He's a bit like Endo. Workaholic.
27 years old. Do you think he's at the peak of his career? Is he done? Do you reckon he's done?
Yeah, I don't think he'll get where he's now. The level he's at now, that's the best he'll be at. He'll ever be. Do you know what I mean? Sort of thing. Again, it's nothing amazing, but does a job. He does a job. You know what I mean? Just one of those. Does a job for you. You know, the unsung heroes. Does a job for you. He's not. There's nowhere near. He's nowhere near Andy Robertson. Nowhere near Andy Robertson.
Tease, you were saying that about Saka, right? The thing with Saka, and this is it, and I see it week in, week out. The only way to deal with Saka is to kick the fuck out of him. Kick the fuck out of him. And when you do that Saka, he gets fouled like constantly. You do that and you kick fuck out of him, you'll kick. That's the only way to keep him. But there is no right back or left back, left back that can. He takes defenses apart like differently. Yeah, but when we play your Burnleys and we play like I've seen, they kick the fuck out of him, and that's what keeps him at bay. And I think that, it's funny you said that question. That's the only way you're going to keep him at bay. I don't know. There's a defender on the planet that can actually outskill him because he is that good. The only way to put him to bed is to kick the fuck out of him, and that's what happens. That's why. And all the games that I see where he's like on a back foot or where he's not, producing, is when he gets manned up and fit the physicality of it, and that's it. Which you see some of the, and this then goes back into my VAR situation. like when I watch it. There's a lot of stuff that you don't see on the TV, right? And the physicality towards a player like that, like how can it be in one situation? Okay, it's it's a foul, but in that situation, like I see players fucking kicking lumps out of him, and that's the only way they stop him because he is fucking electric, and that's the problem. And it's a it stops the football, as it were. It stops him playing football. That's the truth of it. There's some players that sometimes are just unplayable, and with Saka, he's just in that place where when he's on form, well, when he's just unplayable. He is just there's I'd put him up against your Ashley Coles or your Cannavaras, all sorts of like world of Maldinis. Like he is that good. But if you kick lumps out of him, it slows him down. He's a human being. He's a that's it. The physicality. That's why they do it.
Yeah. Salim, Alexander. I think he's gonna be. He'll be on the right versus Martinelli. Can you see Martinelli giving him a hard time?
So who's this again?
Alexander Arnold. Do you think that's going to be the lineup? I mean, I'm only guessing. Maybe, he could be right back.
Yeah, Trent's got to play right back. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't play Gomez at right back. I mean, because Martinelli would eat Gomez alive. Do you know what I mean?
He'll smoke him.
Yeah, he'll kill him. He'll put him his backside about 50
I'll be
times.
tucking
You know what I mean?
He'll be tucked in, and
Yeah,
he'll be just check he's fucking sleeping properly. He'll be fucking tucking him properly. He'll be patting him on the head. Never been a bit done, mate. Yeah,
I mean, that's
when you look at like players like Martinelli, it's like for me, Trent Alexander is one of the best right backs in the league. 100%, he's skillful operator. Without a doubt, he is that good, and he has a football brain and footballing nous, which a lot of players don't have. But again, for us, it's like if Martinelli, Saka, Jesus turn up, if Arsenal turn up, it's going to be like turn up properly. It's going to be, I don't see how.
It's funny you say this, Mike, because straight away I'm starting to think, looking at this Liverpool side. I mean, this is the potential lineup. You got, obviously, we spoke about the left back, right back potentially, Van Dijk and is it Konate? Yeah,
he's my beast.
Yeah, he's your beat. Okay, so he's like the Saliba.
Don't forget, he's only 23. He's still a baby. He's a beast.
He's like a Torre, Arsenal back in the day.
Proper beast. He's 20. Yeah. He's 23, but he's well built. He's a baby still compared to like defender as age wise, but his frame and the way he plays, he's a beast, mate. He's a monster. I mean,
yeah.
Look, my line will be right. Obviously, Alisson in goal, Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, Tsimikas. Midfield, right? I'd play obviously Slavosly, Endo, and I'd play Gravenberg if he's fit. Gravenberg.
Yeah, so Szoboszlai, it looks like it looks more likely that he's gonna start.
Yeah, Szoboszlai, Endo and Gravenberg. I mean,
yeah, Gakpo is a decent striker.
Tomorrow I'd play Diaz, Nunes, and Salah.
Right. Okay. Probably Nunes might come on as a sub.
No, Nunes. He's been playing well lately. Just not been scoring. I'd go for one of his little theories. He's due a goal somewhere. You know what I mean? He doesn't. What about Nunes is he doesn't hide. He does not hide at all, mate. He might miss something. He might misplace a pass. Some strikers, when they miss a chance, they hide. They're scared to be. I mean, but my boy, he calls for the ball. He runs. He'll run all day. He'll run all day, Nunes. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Good point. Yeah.
What Marty said is a good point. He's a good finisher, but his problem is, I think when he has too much time to think, he doesn't think. When it's instinct, bang. I mean.
Yeah.
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 So tomorrow, I mean, the midfield tomorrow is key for me. If Curtis Jones plays tomorrow, I'll have a Connery tomorrow. I mean.
It's going to be a very, very interesting battle. And I'm looking at this Arsenal side, and if you compare it to previous Arsenal sides, when you look at the midfield, like even we can look at Lokonga, we could look at Tavares, Holding. Do you know what I mean? Compared to now, you got Kai Havertz in there. He's on form. He's on form. Yeah. He's on form now, isn't he? He's scoring goals. Obviously, we've got Jesus. You got Odegaard. You got Declan Rice, Saliba, David Raya. You look at this Arsenal team, we could go Martinelli, Saka, like we actually naming players. Ben White, who doesn't really get a mention. Tomiyasu, he's starting to play well. El Neni can even come in and do a job. Jorginho can come in and do a job. It's like you can go through near enough the whole Arsenal squad, and it's just brilliant what Arteta's done. And me personally, I really do believe Arsenal can finally get something. And Arteta might have learnt his lesson from last season, the same way he done against Everton. Went to Goodison Park, David Raya, fantastic debut performance away. And you just look at that. We've beaten Man City this season for the first time in God knows how, 15 games or, against them. So, you look at from a manager's perspective, Arteta as a manager now, you would think, 2-2 draw last season. We need to go there this time round. If we do the same again, first 15, 20, 35 minutes, and then just shot, play the ball around, just the same performance like a Brentford. If you remember last season, Marty, went to Brentford, we got spanked the previous season 2-0, but then we went over there and we battered them 3-0, and we silenced that crowd. It was a beautiful performance. And we went to Tottenham. We got beaten when we needed that Champions League spot, but we went back to Shite Hart Lane, did the business, controlled it, bossed it. Bournemouth, bossed it. Do you know what I mean? A lot of our way. So this time round, I really do believe Arsenal can get something, and I think it's crucial that we get something. Get something at Anfield, and Arsenal will definitely be making a statement to the footballing nation, in my opinion. The footballing nation know that Arsenal are up there in contention. The footballing nation also favoured Arsenal to win the title, and we absolutely bottled it. We bottled it. It was in our hands, and we bottled it.
I think the difference this time, right? We go to Anfield and we win it. We're winning. This is the crack. Tomorrow we go there and we win. By any means necessary, we're winning the league. End of.
Well, there you go. You've heard it, Salim. I mean, just after what I just said about, if you look at the way we can just go through that Arsenal squad this season compared to last season and the last previous 3 or 4. This Arsenal side, obviously, we haven't beaten them in 11 trips. So that's near 2012 was the last time. The London Olympics. Do you know what I mean? So fucking decades. It's like it's a whole fucking decade.
That long ago.
Yeah. So
was it the Van Persie winning goal or something? It must have been, wasn't it? Van Persie winning goal.
Santi Cazorla, probably. Remember? Santi
Cazorla. Last time we won at Anfield, Mikel Arteta was playing.
Okay.
And Santi Cazorla got that goal, and I could have went to that game as well. I had a ticket to go to that game, and I wish I'd gone to that game because we won the game 2-0, I think. Santi Cazorla and I can't remember. I think it was 2-0. Don't quote me on it. Look and Google it.
I thought you were talking about 89 for a minute.
It was 2-1.
2-1, right.
No, the 2-0 was in 89.
It was 2-1. When I remember that when we just won a League Cup or something, and then we kept to Anfield, and yeah, it's a Van Persie goal and a Cazorla goal. Yeah, 2-1. But then again, our record at Emirates ain't too clever either, is it though? Is it? Liverpool's record at Emirates ain't that good either, is it? It's like odd win here and there.
Well, I mean,
we had the same problem. We go to Emirates. We won what? Probably 3 times in. Yeah, I think Emirates 3 or 4 wins in what? In how many years? In 15 years.
I think the Emirates is this is a hurdle. Like, okay, one of the hurdles for us was like beating Man City, whether it was at City or whether it was at home. Beating Man City in 15 games we hadn't beaten them. Full stop. With Liverpool, we haven't beaten them at Anfield since 2012. That's the hurdle. We've beaten Liverpool at home, but beating Liverpool, it's like we haven't gone to Everton and beaten them in. It was like how many? It's these hurdles that it's that mentality, that mindset that we need to get over. Now, for me, this is the final hurdle, mentality, mindset of going to Anfield and winning. We do that, we're winning the league because that, you know, the difference. And also, listen, we're going there with like a different goalkeeper. We're going there with Saliba. We're going there with Declan Rice. We're going there with a fit team ready to roll. And listen, it's going to be a fucking great game. Well, like, and also, I know this ain't about, but what about the boxing afterwards? Fucking hell! What a
fucking have to link up with you, mate.
Mate, come out to the work, dude.
Yeah, I might as well, mate.
Come out to the work, dude. Mate, you got fucking Joshua and fucking Wallin. You've got Wilder and Parker. You've got Dubois and Gerald Miller, mate.
Wow. Sick. Proper sick.
So here's a question for you, Salim. I've just read up. Mo Salah will join the Egyptian squad for the African Cup of Nations. Do you think that's going to be a hindrance on Liverpool's chances of potentially winning the title this season?
100%.
He'll miss 2 league games, and he'll miss the FA Cup and the League Cup semi-final. We'll Fulham twice. He'll miss 5 games: FA Cup, the semi-final, the Carling Cup 2 legs, and 2 league games. I don't know.
I'll tell just quickly. One thing, we've got game 7th of January, FA Cup game.
Oh yeah.
Again. Do you know what? I think we're going to lose that, and we'll win this one. We're going to win the Premier League one, and we'll lose the FA Cup one.
Yeah. That, and I'll take that all day long, Marty.
All day long.
I'll take that all day long, bro.
And do you know why?
Go for it.
Guess who's going to be in goal for the FA Cup game? I'm not even joking, though.
Oh dear. Yeah, I think he might have to sub him off and bring back Holding and put him in goal.
Right, mate.
Poor boy.
No. Actually,
poor boy, what, on 150 grand a week? Oh, I really feel sorry for him. Yeah, we're playing for Arsenal. Fucking hell. What a tough life. Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, no, do you know what? My heart goes out to him. Like, it must be really tough. Like, it must be really tough. Like, yeah, fucking hell. Wow. You know, I didn't think of it like that. Fuck.
Oh, that's Collie, man.
It's it, though, isn't it? It's like, it's the truth. When you look at it like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No sympathy in it.
Well, I mean, listen, who wouldn't? I'll be honest. I'll take all sorts of abuse. Pay me 150 grand a week and fucking put me in goal for Arsenal. Mate, you can call me what you fucking want.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm good at it, mate, all day long.
Oh, exactly, my man.
Do you know what I mean?
The paychecks coming in next day, you know what I mean? I don't give a shit.
Or even Paycheck playing for fucking Arsenal, or in your case, Liverpool. I'll play for Liverpool. Fucking, like, do you know? I'll do it for 50 grand a week.
Yeah.
Probably 20 actually. To be fair.
Oh dear me. Yeah, I mean, and I think, yeah, lastly, I mean, we're coming up to the hour mark now. Well, we are hitting an hour since we've been on this. It's been quite a really good show. It's brilliant. But yeah, we haven't mentioned that. Listen, if Liverpool and Arsenal draw and Aston Villa win, guess who ends up on top of the table? Christmas.
Villa, but they ain't fucking winning the league. No, it's not happening.
So they've got Sheffield United, I do believe.
Right, Villa. Let's have this right. Villa are not going to win the fucking league.
No.
They're not. They might go top. Listen, Tottenham have fucking been top of the fucking Premier League. What do you think they fucking won it? They ain't won it. Do you know what was it? Peter Schmeichel fucking had a fucking son, and then his son went and won the Premier League. Right, and Tottenham still ain't won the league since then. So just because they go top, it don't mean nothing. Fair play to Villa. They're a good side. They're doing well, and good luck to them. But they ain't winning it.
Beg your pardon. Hold on a minute. Hold your horses. They played. Did they play tonight?
Yeah, I think they did actually. Yeah.
Sorry, they have played already, and they got held 1-1.
Oh, lovely.
1-1. So, if it does end up being a draw, then Arsenal will remain on top of the pile, mate. So I'll take a draw all day long. I'll take a draw all day long, mate.
Nah, fuck that. You're mad. What are you going on about? You're actually crazy.
Listen, I'll definitely take a draw. Take a draw.
What?
I'll take a draw. I'm not going to be greedy, bro. It's Anfield. We'll have to beat them in 11.
What, you think Bill Gates weren't fucking greedy? Yeah? Tony Robbins ain't fucking greedy. They're doing all right. Yeah? You think Thierry Henry weren't fucking greedy?
No, well, to be fair, I'm looking at the Arsenal like now. I think we have to do one better, surely now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I think we can end it there, really. Yes, it's been a great show. Aston Villa got held tonight, 1-1. Happy days. They're second in the league, unbelievably, at this time of the seasons.
Fair play to them.
Mate. He's doing a fantastic job.
He is. Wait till they get a few injuries, mate.
Yeah.
Well, this is it, you see. So, but
also, don't forget, I don't think they're playing European football, are they?
Well,
they are.
They're in the title race. So, listen, the higher they aim, the better, because at the end of it, they could end up at least getting fourth spot, getting the Champions League spot. So that'll be great for them. And
that'll be. I'll tell you what that'll be. That'll be Tottenham getting fuck all again for another season. Yeah. What a night! Watching Arsenal on a Wednesday night. Tottenham watching Corrie because they're fucking shy. What a feeling! What a night!
But listen, tomorrow it's gonna be a great game tomorrow. It's gonna be a great game. You know what I mean? It's gonna be, I think it'll be a classic tomorrow, end to end.
Yeah. Well, that's it, mate. I mean, yeah. So you heard it, man. Let's get our final predictions then, quickly. What are you saying, Marty?
2-1.
2-1 to the Arsenal. Right. I am gonna say clean sheet. We're gonna do one better. We're gonna get the two goals, early doors, sharp shot. It's kick about Anfield. It'll be just a kick about Anfield for me. 2-0.
Do you know what? For me, I think we go 1-0 up. They get a goal, and then Havertz gets a fucking a goal within the last 5-10 minutes, secures the winner, and then that will just kill off any doubt.
They'll be singing.
Yeah, Havertz. That's what's going to happen. Trust me.
Salim,
Yeah,
what are you saying, bro? What's your prediction?
3-2 Liverpool.
3-2 Liverpool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a high
You
scoring
ain't got
game.
no Jota, mate, and that guy can't stop scoring against
I know.
Arsenal.
3-2 Liverpool. I think
Thank
Nunes
you
is.
for that.
I think Nunes is due a goal, and I think he'll score tomorrow when he comes off the bench. But I think 3-2 Liverpool tomorrow. And I also
don't think we'll concede 3. I
also expect a red card somewhere as well.
Yeah, do you know that's a shout. That's a shout. That is a shout. A red card. I could definitely see a red card, and that's where I think that it'll be 1-1. Liverpool get a player sent off, and that's where we get the winner.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If Liverpool do end up getting that final result, it'll definitely be because of the 12th man.
And there's going to be mark my words, there will be a controversial VAR decision.
Oh, don't say that. I don't like VAR.
Tell you what,
there will. There'll be that's it. There'll be a red card and a controversial VAR decision.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's been the highlight so far. They've just been
the low light.
The whole thing it's become a nuisance, really. All that money spent and invested in this technology and still can't get it right. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, VAR, very annoying referees.
Yeah.
And they got it in for the Arsenal. They got it in for Arteta. I mean, that was a ridiculously yellow card, in my opinion. Arteta just waving his hands when the decision went against us or something like that, and then the referee just runs over to the touchline and then just shows that yellow thing at Arteta. Is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and don't forget, we had against Spurs. We were fucking blatant robbing the Spurs.
Yeah, it's a shame. But yeah, other than that, I think the 12th man, like I said in that press conference with Klopp, he's definitely got the Liverpool fans thinking.
But
Saturday night football. Let's just fucking get to them.
But can I tell you something? Though, Klopp hasn't got it wrong. Yeah, tomorrow the crowd is going to be key tomorrow.
Yeah,
without that 100%.
It's under the lights.
I'll be honest with you. I'll say this, and I'll make this statement now. Right, I think that's the beginning of the end for Klopp.
What's that?
That statement, honestly.
That statement saying.
I think that's the beginning of the end for him. Yeah. Honestly, I really do. I really do. I don't think that's
reverse psychology, mate.
Yeah,
I don't psychology, mate. Reverse psychology.
I don't think that is going to be well received, because one thing fans understand, right, is the fans are there for their lifetime. The players and the managers are there for a period of time, right? I personally don't think that's going to be that well received, really. They'll be like, "Who are you fucking talking to, mate? Like, okay, you've won some stuff, but you ain't going to be here forever. Like, what? You're telling me to give up my fucking seat? What? I've had this seat for fucking all my life, and you've been here for what, 5, 6, 7 years? Honestly, I
think tired for the first time in 30 years, bro.
Okay, great.
Yeah, but can I say something? I'm part of the Spirit of the Shankly group and Empire and the Cops, and they've come out and not said anything negative towards Klopp after that statement.
Well, if you get beaten 3-1 tomorrow,
hang on. Before I speak, that's when I say Spirit of Shankly, and that's a proper Liverpool hardcore school supporters, and they've come out more or less agree what Klopp said.
But
Klopp is God. Klopp is God over there.
Shankly's God, right?
Yeah.
One thing I will say: if you guys get beaten 3-1 tomorrow, right? What will happen is people will turn around and say, you should have been focusing on the fucking game, not the crowd. You should have been focusing on your fucking team. That's why it will be the beginning. We get a result when we beat you 3-1. That's why it would be the beginning of the end, because people will be like, oh, you're digging us out, but we've just lost for the first time in 11 games to Arsenal at home, and you're making out it's like our fucking fault. No, it's your fault, mate. You lot didn't perform, and you're sticking it on us lot. Seriously, these things That's him getting a bit above his station and not respecting. Listen, Liverpool fans always. You don't need to say that to Liverpool fans. They get up for it all the time. West Ham, Carabao Cup. Come on, mate. Don't make that as a statement. Like, that's disrespectful to Liverpool. That is, Liverpool fans out of every fucking set of fans in world football get up for it. Not even when they need to. They get up for it. Standard. Why are you saying that? Like, you don't need to say that. It's like you don't, and that's it. Because if you lose tomorrow, people are going to want to point fucking fingers and blame at someone, and that statement will be the ultimate fucking place to be like, right.
There you heard it, Salim. You're just sitting there like, I know.
Nah, I've heard it before.
Really that deep.
I've heard it before. I don't fall for those. I don't fall for that. Don't fall for that.
They love Klopp. Absolutely love him.
They fucking won't love him tomorrow if you get beaten, mate. Seriously, fans are fickle and they don't. Oh, this and all that. Listen, let's say they get turned over properly, mate. This is what happens, man. Don't forget, right? You say Klopp's like, oh, we've witnessed this with Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger changed Arsenal Football Club, built us a stadium, went a season unbeaten. There were fans calling for his fucking head, wanting him to die. This is Arsene Wenger. No disrespect to Klopp, not Jurgen Klopp. Arsene Wenger is a god in football. Like,
absolutely,
yeah. Like, they were calling for his head. Like, seriously, they were like, a Wenger out. That was a thing. So don't ever anyone think that Klopp's untouchable, because he ain't. No player, no fucking manager. The only people that are untouchable is the fans, because the fans are what builds the football club and support the football club. It's not about the players and managers come and go. Yeah, they make history. And they leave a legacy. And he's left a legacy. Arsene Wenger left a legacy, but he got booted out of that club. And I'll tell you one thing is that what I do know is Liverpool fans are more brutal than fucking Arsenal fans, without a doubt. 100%. That's why I say that, because I see this in these situations like differently. I see it, and that's how these things can go. Don't get me wrong. You know, you win tomorrow, you beat us 3-0. That's not going to happen. But if it goes fucking wrong, it could be the beginning of the end of the plot. That's the truth, and you know that's a valid point. If you beat us 3-0, what I've said is completely invalid, makes no sense. But we beat you lot 3-0, mate. The Anfield faithful are going to want answers, mate. And if they're like, oh, you're trying to stick it on us, like, you know, oh, we weren't up for it and all this. Well, no, you lot weren't up because you just got battered 3-0 by Arsenal. Yeah.
I think we should leave it there for you guys.
Well, I won't be one of them anyway. Whatever happens.
Can you see that happening, Salim?
No.
Well, there you go, mate. Listen,
but the same thing. Listen,
there's no way.
I'll tell you what, it's been a fantastic show, guys. I'll tell you what, let's just end it now. It's been a fantastic show. Why? Because depending on the result on Saturday, we're going to come back again, Salim. Are you going to be with us?
What time?
You're going to come back and join us after not after the game, probably on the. We'll see when we can do the show, because obviously
Christmas Day,
and all that stuff. Maybe Christmas Day. You never know. Let's just see how it all goes.
Fucking beats going down the fucking mother-in-laws, I tell you.
Send me the link.
Take me from a certain fucking fate closer to fucking death. Not the highlight of my Christmas, if I'm honest with you. But I will deal with it. Like Klopp will have to deal with getting sacked on fucking Monday morning.
Let's keep it there, man. If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the thing. Listen, man, we're on the road to 1,000.
And leave the comments in the bottom if you think after this, when Klopp should, when Arsenal fucking smash Liverpool, Klopp should get sacked. Please let us know in the comments.
Come on, peeps. What are you waiting for? Like, share, subscribe to the 3 Pointers.